Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Kim, aka Geekerella, in case you're new to the channel, and I make geeky videos here occasionally. No, I'm trying to be more active this year. I've just had an intense beginning of the year. I spent most of January in New Zealand on holiday, which was freaking amazing, and now I'm back. I've just seen Black Panther, and it is time to talk about Black Panther, which I'm very excited to do because I did absolutely love the film. I thought it was fantastic. But before I get started on the review, I know you're here for the review. If you just want to watch the review, then just go to this time in the video because I'm just going to do a quick thing before it. So if you're a regular here on this channel, you'll know that I'm trying to do a monthly Q&A/geekaway, which is hashtagged Talk Geeky to Me, and I just did the January one. No, I didn't just do it, it was weeks and weeks ago. It is basically the end of February and I haven't done the February one yet. So I do have some questions backlogged from last time. I've got a few on Twitter, so you guys, if you want to ask me any questions, basically, if you're new to this segment and don't know what it is, every month I do a giveaway, which means I give away one geeky item, a collection of geeky items. I'm unsure I've just started doing it, but it'll get better as it goes on, hopefully. But I give one geeky item away to my favorite person that asks a question for me. So basically it's a Q&A series. You guys ask me a question and I answer them, and the best question gets to be in the title of the video, and I will send you a free geeky item. So if you guys want to ask me anything, literally anything, does not have to be about comics, does not have to be about geeky things, it can be about me personally, doesn't really matter, you can ask me anything you want, and be creative. I love creative ones. Funny questions, totally fine. Ask me a question below, leave me a comment below, and hashtag it Talk Geeky to Me, because then I will know that the question is for the Geekerella. That is pretty much all I wanted to talk about, so let's get back into the video and talk about Black Panther. So as I said, the film was fantastic. I mean, I was not going into the film expecting it to be not fantastic, but it definitely exceeded all my expectations. Watching this film, I just thought everybody in the film was so freaking cool, with such an amazing portrayal of the African culture and everything about it, the ancestral, it was just so badass and so cool. And it took me all of 30 seconds to realize that Michonne was the head female warrior. What a badass! The fighting choreography in this movie was absolutely stunning. So many female badass warriors in this. It kind of at times did remind me a lot of Wonder Woman. Not that it was trying to be like Wonder Woman, just the portrayal of the female warriors and not being looked down upon. It was fantastic. You could see that in the Wakanda culture, you could go to be a female warrior, or you could go and be a female spy, or you could go and just be a female matriarch of your family. Like, there was so many choices. Michael B. Jordan as the villain in this was amazing. He shined as the villain in this, and what I really loved is they went for a villain that wasn't someone that needed to be CGI'd. I love those kind of villains so much more. You know, like Lex Luthor, Loki, all different kinds of villains that are just people. They're just faces, and this is one of my favorite aspects of the film, is they just went for someone that had a deep-rooted connection to the main character. I'm not going to spoil anything about who this character is, although it's pretty obvious from the very beginning of the film who is going to be the villain. Anyway, I just thought that was an absolutely fantastic turn of events to have that particular character as the villain. One of my all-time favorite shots from any Marvel film, like literally, like this was absolutely stunning, when the character of Michael B. Jordan basically overthrows T'Challa as the king of Wakanda, and he walks into the throne room, and just like the music, the atmosphere, the vibe, the camera started upside down and then it spun around to kind of like show that as a metaphor, the whole country of Wakanda was literally about to be spun upside down from, you know, the plans that this evil person has. And I really loved that camera angle, was just fantastic. It just like spun upside down to right itself at the beginning as he walked into the throne room. That was one of the most stunning scenes I have seen, visual scenes that I have seen. And it was just something that was quite simple as well, but it just had that lasting impact on me. Loved it so much. He was a villain that I was genuinely afraid of. He was mysterious. You didn't know a huge amount about his past. People kind of told you, you know, he did this, he did that, you know, he was a spy at one stage, he was an agent at one stage, did all these different things, but like, he just had such a deep-rooted anger and aggression to him that you were just like, oh my god, this guy's crazy, he's gonna, you know, you can't really see any compassion in him, so it was a little freaky, and I loved that. I absolutely loved that about the villain, and I've gone on about the villain for like most of this video, but he was probably one of my favorite things about the film. There's so many amazing things about it, but I really loved the way that they portrayed his character. I thought that was great. I was also really excited to see that they didn't overly try to connect the Marvel universes too much, because sometimes it gets a little bit over the top when you start throwing in massive cameos from people. So I really like that they stuck to the country of Wakanda and it revolved all around that, because that's what it needed to be. That's what Black Panther is. It's in his own country of Wakanda, protecting Wakanda. Everything revolves around that. So I love that they basically stayed in the country. They did, you know, kind of jump around a little bit. But I loved that it was all about this country, and we learned so much more about it, the history, the technology, all the advancements that they had, and just stuff they had hidden away from the world. I think that was, they didn't try too hard to fit themselves within the Marvel universe. It just felt like this could have been a standalone film and not be connected to Marvel at all, even though yes, they did have the references, but not a huge amount. So I did like how they did that. I think that was good, and it wasn't too over the top. And all the characters, fantastic. One of my favorite, of course, one of my favorite is going to be Michonne, the badass female general of Wakanda. She is just such a great actress because she just wears it to a T. Another character that I really want to point out is T'Challa's sister, Shuri. She has such a high level of intelligence and skills when it comes to creating things from the vibranium to technology to healing, and just the technological advancements of Wakanda that she's basically created from scratch. So she's kind of, feels like she's kind of learned it as she went on. But I really liked her character. It was just a fun-loving girl. She didn't have a chip on her shoulder, anything like that. She was very chill. She was very sure of herself, but she was very good at what she did. So I did really like her character as well. I thought she did a fantastic job being in a sea of really amazing, incredible, powerful women. And I know I've been talking about women this whole time, and it's about Black Panther. Let's talk about actually Black Panther T'Challa. King T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman. Of course, he's fantastic. We already know him from Civil War, so we don't need to go over and over his character and how amazing he is, because yes, he's absolutely fantastic in this film. He really carried it, and I think it's a very tough job, a very tough job when you've got so many amazing actors around you to really shine, and I feel like he did. It wasn't that he went over the top as, you know, wanting to be someone that stood out. He's more about morals and making sure that what he's doing is correct for his country. So he didn't feel the need to be flashy or arrogant or anything like that within the film, and he really held his own as the main character. He seemed a little bit more thoughtful, mysterious, and quite withdrawn into himself, like he was really kind of thinking about all of the consequences throughout the film about what's happening, the chain of events, what his father did, how he has to carry it, everything like that. I thought the way that he kind of portrayed this, and it wasn't even through dialogue, it was just through his actions, was fantastic. Overall, I feel like this is probably one of the best Marvel films that have come out so far. I'm gonna say Winter Soldier is probably my favorite Marvel film. I feel like this comes to a close second or third because there is the first Avengers film, which was amazing. Out of all of the solo films, I would probably say Black Panther has it down. It is probably the best first film of any of the Marvel characters. It just really stood out there and was so unique and different to everything else. So guys, that is my review for Black Panther. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought of the film by leaving me a comment below. And if you did really enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, that would help me so much. And subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this. I also have all my social media links in the description below. If you want to follow me on any of them, that would be fantastic. I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have Goodreads. I also have Snapchat, but that is over on my Twitter profile. If you just look at the description there, you can add me. I don't overly give out my Snapchat username to my online audience. It's normally just been something that I've just given to my friends, but lately I've thought, what's the point? So I thought I'll just let people know my Snapchat. So if you want to know my Snapchat, go over to my Twitter and look at my description, and then occasionally I post stories up. And guys, please remember, if you want a chance to receive a free geeky item from me for the Geek Away, make sure to ask me your question below by leaving a hashtag. You can ask me below in this YouTube video, or any YouTube video really, on the original YouTube video of the Q&A. You can do that one too from January, or you can go over to Twitter and hashtag it talking to me and at me at my Twitter username to ask me a question. I feel like that was a lot of information at once. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.